What up, everybody? It's your boy PTK Bland back on this beautiful Saturday afternoon with another episode 40, yes, 40 of the Shop Podcast. So I want to say appreciate and I thank you guys for coming out, always rocking out with us. You guys enjoy the topics, you enjoy the questions, you enjoy the panel. So we appreciate bringing you guys this awesome show every Saturday. So I got a couple special shout outs I want to do before I do anything else. I want to send a huge shout out to Black Tiger. I know he's here watching live. I want to say he also too. That Recore, I won Recore the game. Just showed up at my house today in their giveaway, so I want to give a shout out to them. I'm enjoying the game right now. Didn't get to play too much of it online playing right now, but thank you guys. I appreciate it. Shout out to everybody here on the panel, everybody watching live too. Retweet the link that's up on Twitter currently at this point. Get as many people as you can here to watch the Shakes Great Game and News. So I'm going to go ahead and go around the panel and let everybody just kind of let them know where they're at. So we're going to go ahead and start with my right-hand man. Everybody in the Twitter community, the Xbox community should know this man. If you don't, get familiar with him. The governor, GKB. What's up, brother?
What's up, Blaine? You're kind, brother. Hey guys, GKV, aka the governor. Great to be on the Shop podcast. Love the community, love all you guys. Thanks for rocking out with us. It's gonna be great. We have some awesome topics to talk about, so let's get into it.
Awesome. And I got this other special lady here. By the way, everybody, we're gonna have a couple people falling into the podcast too. A couple of them are coming off of another podcast. Another one is She-Wolf. She'll be falling in here too once she gets her computer situation all together. So we got some more people coming. Got a pack house, but I got another lady gamer here. Funny story is that I did a one-on-one with her a while ago, and I owe her a one-on-one also too. So it's nice that I'm able to get her back here on the podcast. So go ahead and introduce yourself, Mamacita.
All right, make sure everybody can hear me okay?
Yeah, you good.
Okay, cool. All right. Yeah, you owe me that 101, Yeah, I haven't forgotten that.
I do.
Okay. All right. I'm Mamacita, the Classic Gamer Girls, and I'm just glad to be here tonight and just talk some games.
Awesome. And I got another friend here. It's a good friend of mine. He's like a little brother to me. He's been on the podcast once before, but hit me up today. Figured I'd get him in here. Always great to have him on. Go ahead and shout out yourself, little bro.
Hey guys, I'm Mark, and most of you guys probably know me from MarkB567 on Twitter, and I'm just really happy to be here. I've been looking forward to it all day, and I'm just ready to talk some gaming.
All right, awesome. And like I said, everybody, got some more people that are going to be falling in the podcast here, so we're going to have a packed house, so put your questions in the chat. We'll take a few. You guys kind of know how we do. It's pretty standard here on the Shop podcast, so let's go ahead and just get rolling with the topics as more people fall in here. So first thing I want to talk about is that, so why right now is Xbox better than ever? I feel like at this point, I kind of asked myself this question a couple of days ago. I feel like they've hit their stride and everything's kind of falling together, even be it by accident or be it by design. I feel like their hardware, their messaging, the PR is finally starting to turn a little bit. You start to see people give them the credit that they deserve as far as what they've been doing recently. Hardware sales, obviously, they've won 2 NPDs in a row, so that's always healthy. So I just feel like everything's coming together for them. So GKB, let's go ahead and get started with you. What do you think? You kind of along the same lines, do you feel that momentum that Xbox has currently at this point?
Yeah, man, I really do. Like at first, Microsoft was kind of like, missing steps. Their messaging wasn't correct, and people were really confused at what their game plan was. Then this E3 comes around. They drop the Xbox One S on us and the Project Scorpio stuff, and I think Phil's really gotten into the groove now. He's gotten his team in the groove. They're doing a lot of updates. The Xbox you had from day one is not the Xbox you have now. It's completely different. Rebranding, if you will, honestly. And it's really nice to see, they're pushing out games. Us as Xbox fans this holiday is just going to be crazy for us. Like, we have so many games to play. I don't even know where I'm going to find the time to play all these games. I don't really care about like sales and all that kind of stuff, but it's nice to see them, winning a couple NPDs and seeing them getting all hype and behind all that kind of stuff, and they just got a lot of stuff going on, man. It's going to continue on through next year with Scorpio and all that stuff too. So
Definitely. And I saw the change. You're right. E3 kind of marked the. I feel like they hit the right buttons at E3. Um, we knew the hardware. I mean, we knew the software was coming. I felt like the hardware caught a lot of people by surprise at how successful the Xbox One S actually is at this current point, helping them win 2 MPDs in a row, which is always nice. In the Scorpio next year, that announcement kind of sets them up for a good 2017. We already know the games are going to be there. They've already discussed that. So let's go ahead and get your opinion, Mama Sita, on Xbox right now. Can you kind of feel the momentum? Do you kind of share that same sentiment about where Xbox at is currently?
Yeah, I think they've been on an upswing here lately. Yeah, I mean the 2 MPDs. I think that's I really think that helps kind of boost your ego just a little bit when you have been, losing, the past 2, 3 years. You've really been. I think they've won maybe 2 or 3 in the past couple of years. So I think to have them the MPDs back to back, although I don't really pay a lot of attention to that, but I think it does sort of boost the momentum that Xbox and Microsoft have been enjoying here lately. And I must say the Xbox One S, in my opinion, I'm just really glad that it's, it is 40% smaller. I can now fit it snugly in my travel case and take it with me, because that was one of the things before, I couldn't take it with me because it was just so darn big. But they've heard the feedback from fans. And that's one thing I do give Microsoft with Xbox. I think their connection with the community and giving us what we asked for, they're second to none with that. And so I think it's about time that they begin to reap the rewards for where I feel like being extremely awesome with connecting with the Xbox community and listening to what we've been asking them for.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's one thing that they've always been good at. So that's a good point that you brought up. I really feel like they've taken. Phil's really good at that, and he's always put the community first. So I think it's trickled down, through kind of his, I guess you can call it his pyramid, I guess you can call it, or whatever. Everybody up under him, they've all been really connected with the community, especially this generation. So I think that's a good point that you brought up. So Mark, what about you, man? Do you feel like Xbox has the momentum right now? Do you see the change in the community?
Yeah. I really do. I'm gonna mostly agree with both of you guys, but also what something GKB said really stood out to me. E3, I think, was really the turning point for them. I think for me, it was like almost a new start for the Xbox One just as a whole, like with the Xbox One S and the Scorpio, and they showed this is our lineup of games. They're high quality console for pretty low price, especially for the value, because there's some Blu-ray players, that are more expensive than this Xbox One S. And and like they've got a lot of new titles coming out that are really hyped. I think, and I've also kind of liked recently they've been very, I would call them very feisty. Like they've been fighting back, like shots fired. Like if they're basically switching sides with Sony. Like Sony kind of would, if Xbox messed up, they would kind of say something, maybe poke a little joke at them or something. Microsoft's been that way recently, which I think has really brought some momentum, and the MPD wins also.
Awesome.
I would say that.
Okay, good points. So we got one of our guests finally trickled in here. What's up, live wire?
Yo, what it is, everybody? And you know this man. I'm up in here.
So hopefully we got a couple other people. She-Wolf, she should be falling in here. Maybe even Xbot if we're lucky. He'll fall in here also too. But we were on the topic of Xbox momentum right now, live. So I kind of want to get your opinion too now that you're in here, man. Can you feel that momentum from the Xbox? And where do you think the change came as far as recently, as far as kind of them moving into a brighter spotlight as far as the way they're going?
Well, things have been looking up ever since they announced the Scorpio. It's one thing to have a rumor of a new and better console. You know what it is? It's like the Scorpio is like it's like just getting rid of that bad aftertaste of the launch of the Xbox One. That's basically what it is. Like all the skepticism, all the hate, with the Scorpio, they get to, push that reset button and then just start all over again. And kind of like now fans are looking at them in a different light. It's like, oh, okay, now this is Xbox that we know. And they got the games, so you don't have to worry about that. They always pumped out the games since the beginning of the gen. So now it's just like now the media isn't like shitting on all their games basically. Before they have a game come out and the media would be like, but it's not quite as good as PlayStation. Matter of fact, it would be better if it was on a PlayStation. But now they can't say that anymore. Because they know that those games are coming to Scorpio. Saying that's the big difference. So, they're kind of walking around like they like that dude that found out that the girl he wants is trying to mess with this dude, but he has like a better swag than him or something like that. Or he just be like, you'd be like, you know what? I heard word on the street from old girl that my man has a little pecker. So now I'm gonna just talk hella junk about you because I know I beat you a day every day.
Live is here, everybody. He always makes his presence known on the podcast. In a big way, man.
That's what do you call it? It's called walking around with the big D. That's what Microsoft is doing right now. Walking around with the
Podcast went from 100 to 200 real quick.
Yeah, really quick. You just jump tenfold.
All right.
Okay, I get what you're saying. No, you're right. There is definitely a swagger to the Xbox community. You feel it too. You know what I'm saying? They've been giving us something. They've been just treating us, with the clubs. They got other things coming down the line for the community, the Bing acquisition, just a lot of different stuff. Xbox One S selling like probably a lot better than people thought it was. Actually, other people thought it was going to do. So cool. Let's go ahead and keep the train moving. So the next topic I wanted to bring up was has there ever been a time where they're more focused on community? I really feel like right now with the things that they're doing, and that's a great way Livewire to end it there. I really feel like a lot of things they've been doing, the features that they gave us being in the preview program with the clubs, they got the tournament line on, down the way. There's some tournaments that they're going to be adding also to all of those cool things. I mean, we've always done those things on our own, but I really feel like with the Veeam acquisition, the Twitter app, official Twitter app coming to Xbox, in my opinion, getting all of these clubs and things like that, they're really putting up on community. And I really feel like that's important. Important leg to stand on anytime you're trying to go into the right direction. So let's go ahead and start with you, Mama Sita, on this one. You feel like right now they've been on a community and some.
I don't hear you. Kind of breaking up.
Yeah, I don't. It was breaking up.
Hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Fade it out.
Yeah.
Is that a little bit better?
Yeah. It's a little better.
Okay. I'm sorry about that. I'm just kidding.
Hey, you're still like rotten, bro.
Yeah, we got a little. I don't know if it's feedback or
soundboard issue.
Yeah, sound effects.
All right.
We need those sound
better?
effects that like the BGST got, like with the laughing and
better?
all that.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear.
Yeah, a little bit better.
Okay. Am I still botting out really bad?
It is, yeah, you botting. You sound like crap right now.
The rant.
All right. Hold on. Give me a second.
All right.
Sorry.
All right. Now you're starting to sound better.
Is that better?
Yeah, that sounds better.
Okay. All right. So what I was saying was, I wanted to start with you, Mama Sita, on this one. I feel like, I don't know if you've noticed, but the Xbox community right now is in a real great place, and I feel like Xbox has given us a lot to be happy about. So do you feel like right now they're more so focused on the community than ever?
I do. I think, and like as I said before, I think Xbox and the Xbox team have always, I think that's been one of their, I would say one of their top qualities. It's their ability to communicate with the community. I mean, even when you turn on your Xbox, we always have the weekly updates from Major Nelson, even their Twitter and their social media. It's like constant communication, even talking and guest podcasting with YouTubers and their MVP. So I just think that they have always always been in tune with the community. And I think right now in the Xbox community, there's so much negativity that's geared towards the Xbox community, and in my opinion, just way too much, and I too much focus on that. And when you see the positive things and the good things, and you see the way the community comes together, the giveaways, when one person is not feeling well, and how we all just kind of gather around each other. I think that's the part of the Xbox community that a lot of people just don't get and don't see. And and I just like to say, as part of that Xbox community, that yeah, I am excited for where we're going. I'm looking forward to the features, the preview program. There have the clubs, looking for groups, features, just even interacting with other Xbox team members within the Xbox apps. It's just truly, to me, I just think it's awesome. So, yeah, we're in a good spot right now, in a good place. And I think Scorpio. Although the people have questions about it, but I think the way Microsoft has presented that, I mean, they came out and said, "This is what we're going to do. This is what you're going to get," and I believe what they say, and I'm looking forward to it.
All right, cool. Good point. So, what about you, Governor? Do you feel like like I said, as far as those features and things like that, as far as bringing the community together, you feel like they're they've always been really good at that, like she said. But do you feel like at this current point, that's something that they've been doing a little bit more heavily?
Yeah, I mean, I think it all starts with the team that Phil put together as well. Like, he wanted like that ground roots, like let's be out there with the community, let's interact, they have questions, let's go ahead and answer them. And then they're applying that to the Xbox with, the clubs and all that stuff. And I got to say right now, like, we got a huge response on our club right now. We got a lot of people on there. Everybody's interacting, and it's such a great time. Now, like, clubs aren't really for like everyone. Like, you have to be like that community person to run a club and do really good at it and support the community and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So it's not for everybody, but it is a lot of fun to bring a lot of people together. And it's really nice to see them like interacting with people with Twitter. I mean, even their Beam acquisition too is another like community that they're trying to build, and bringing that up too. They're trying to bring new streamers over, bring more people over to that. So they're supporting on all sides, man. It's really good. It's really good to see, man.
Definitely. Yeah, and I feel the same way. About it. So, Mark, how do you feel about the club the clubs being added, the Beam acquisition, Twitter app, things like that coming to Xbox? You feel like they've been pushing this community? You feel like more hard, I guess you can say, recently?
I do think they've been pushing it a lot more recently. Now with like the Beam stuff, I don't know a lot about Beam. I've heard really good things, but I don't know like a lot about it. But like I have a lot of experience with like the clubs and the looking for group, and I've really been enjoying that because I've joined some clubs, and what I like about it is I've noticed like a lot of people are actually like liking things and commenting and talking in the chat. Like I'll look on my feed and I'll see like, for example, like Xbox, Milgrow, or Major Nelson, whatever, and I'll see people actually interacting and helping each other and stuff, which I think is really good, stuff like that.
Awesome.
Only thing I have with this is something you can turn off, but like one issue I did have before was if you join a club like Major Nelson's that's got thousands of people in it, it automatically fills up your entire community feed with every single post from the clubs, but you can't unfollow the club and still be like a part of it. So it won't show up on your feed because it just was an issue because I want to see what my friends are doing. I want to see what the community's doing, but in that little spot there, I want to see what my friends that I know on Xbox are doing, not really the random dude from the club who I don't know. Yeah.
I'm glad you mentioned that. I'm glad you mentioned that because I don't think a lot of people may not know that if you join a club, and it just repeating what you said and emphasizing that, make sure you unfollow the club if it's like you said, like Major Nelson, because it was my feed was bombarded. And I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want to see all this stuff. So I can manually go to the club if I want to, but it just doesn't automatically show up in my community feed. So unfollow.
Well, it'd be different if like people were just commenting like things like, oh, I need help. But people, every morning they're putting good morning, and there's so many good morning messages that my entire feed the entire day is good morning, just good morning. And but I'm really enjoying it. With like the looking for group, I've noticed one thing I would like to see them add is under looking for group, you can like start a club party, or whatever. To like actually see what game that club member is playing, you have to click on the party and like go into it to see what kind of group they're looking for. And I'd like to see it listed out by like what game they're playing before I click on it, so I know what they're playing. But besides that, they can fix that and add that, no problem. That's just
Okay, cool. Good points. I didn't even know that about. I'm glad you brought that up about if you're gonna join a club, make sure you unfollow, especially if it's like you said, Major Nelson. Thousands of people in there. So just watch out, everybody. Just unfollow the club so you don't get your feed all filled up. So that makes a lot of sense. But Livewire, what about you, man? How are your feelings on the Xbox? Xbox and Microsoft as far as the community right now?
Well, what it looks like is that they've just been paying attention to the trend of what the community is pretty much doing. So if you just watch what GKB and She-Wolf have been doing for the last couple of months with the, gaming nights, it just makes sense. Like, Phil and them, they pay attention. They might not retweet every single thing we do, but they pay attention. They're like, you know what? This is actually a good idea, but instead of them having to have to do it through Twitter, they should be able to do it through their console. And that's to me, it's just them being proactive instead of waiting until the other guy does it. Just do it first.
Okay.
And to me, I mean, to be honest, like there's family members that I talk to more on my console than I do on the phone. It's just the truth. I'm not a big phone person anyway. I'm like, text me. But if I'm playing a game and you hit me up on Xbox, I'll talk to you. Because I don't have to hold the phone up to my head and then I can't hear what the Like, I usually play like 2K with my cousin all the time, and otherwise we don't really talk like that because we're both not phone people. We just like my grandmother just be like, oh, let's just talk on the phone. I'd be like, oh, I'm just shaking in my chair like, yeah, this guy is crazy. I can't watch TV. Grandmothers, they talk extra low and soft. So how was your day? Huh? Well,
grandma.
Like, live wires, I baked you some cookies.
No, my grandma don't make no cookies. Like, I was outside in the garden. And then I decided to do some painting. So I was like, all right, that's what's up, Grandma. What you paint? Something we're going to bring to the house. You're going to get a frame. You need to get $100 frame, though. I don't like those cheap things for my paintings. All right, Grandma.
Put the smack down on the frames, man. Yeah, I mean, but I get where you're going as far as what you mean by, just the community, the togetherness. You feel like they're being ultra proactive, which is true. I feel like they've always been really proactive, and I think that's the one thing that's been underrated this entire gen. Yeah, they got off to a really slow start, but they bust their ass to try and get back to this point. They've always.
But look at all their games.
Oh yeah,
look at all the games.
Yeah, definitely.
Like Halo, Forza. You got Sea of Thieves coming out. Obviously, Gears. Like we're getting more and more multiplayer games.
Scale down.
Yeah. That's like the more multiplayer games we get, the more these social features just make more sense for us to have. Not even just with exclusives, but also with the multiplex. So just makes sense.
Definitely. So all right, good topic, everybody. So I think we all share the same sentiment about how they, they've been treating the community recently and the direction they're going in with the community. We all think it's awesome. So go ahead and move on to the next chart. So this is a great. I wanted to talk about this because it makes a lot of sense. The holidays are coming around, and I wanted to get everybody's holiday expectations. I mean, I didn't really write anything down specific. So, I mean, there's always trends and different things like that for the holiday season. Last year it was, super low deals and price cuts and things like that. So are you guys expecting those types of things to go down this year also? You guys expect to see some massive price cuts or some additional bundles, kind of what they did last year? So we'll start with you on this one, GKB. What do you expect? What are your expectations for this holiday?
We're already starting to see like the bundles and stuff, especially with the Battlefield 1. We saw some of those. That OD green, man. I want that freaking console so bad right now. But yeah, I think we're gonna see a lot of like cool deals and stuff coming around. They get really competitive, Sony and Xbox around the holidays. So, and the gamers win on that. I'm really excited. I was kind of really excited, and now I'm kind of bummed out. But the South Park game was supposed to be in December, but they pushed that back
Yeah,
to
I was going to
Q1.
mention
So,
that.
so frustrated right now. But I guess it's kind of good, man. We got a lot of games coming out. I mean, like Forza's coming. I'm gonna pick up the BioShock collection and just everything that's coming out, man. Like, it's good to be a gamer right now, man. It's good times.
Definitely. Okay, cool. And Paul hit on a good. You hit the nail right on the head when you said that they get really competitive. Last year, I know there was some crazy like Black Friday type deals, man, going on. Even after Black Friday, they still have some crazy deals going on. So I'm fully expecting with the new, with the Slim out and the Pro out and the PS4 Slim, that there's definitely going to be some price cuts across the board and some great bundles for everybody, on any platform to enjoy. So, Mamacito, what are you looking forward to this holiday season?
Yeah, I think they're going to come out playing hardball. I mean, you mentioned earlier, seems like Microsoft has, or the Xbox team has, been throwing a few jabs here and there, and I think some necessary ones, I might add. And I think they are in this battle, and they've said before, it's a marathon, it's not a sprint, and we're in it. And I think that they are going to bring some really awesome deals this holiday season. And the only thing about it, if they're too awesome, it's just going to tempt me to want to go in the store and buy, another console. And I'm just, I already have two, and there's no need for me to have that Gears of War red, awesome, Gears of War 4 Xbox One S. I'm like, please, Microsoft, please don't tempt me like that. Because I have a really hard time saying no to, new technology. I really do. But yeah, I think they're going to be extremely competitive. I mean, I can see some $2.99 bundle deals, across the board. I can see that.
Cool. I'm looking forward to it. Like Paul said, as consumers, we all win when that happens. So I'm really looking forward to. They even had, I think, was that last year GKB where they had a bundle with a TV also, at like Best Buy or something like that, like $500.
They had one too. I think it was like $800 for a 1S and a 4K TV and stuff.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yes, they did. That was just a week ago.
Yep.
It's all that was in me not to get it. But, yeah, I'm almost hit that buy button, but I had to say no, Mamacita. Just wait. Don't do it. Don't do it.
For sure. All right, Mark, what are you looking at this holiday season, man? What are you looking forward to for the holidays?
Well, one thing I was just going to say was I don't think they're going to drop like the console price any lower. I think what they're going to do is like what I've seen them do in the past, which is like buy Xbox One, pick 2 or 3 games to come with it, or like an extra controller, or like those kind of things. Because I mean, $299 is already pretty low, for the console in my opinion. But like for holiday games wise, there's a lot of holiday games I'm really excited for. And I want to talk about the South Park game that GKB mentioned. Like, it's sad, but at the same time, I'm so happy because, like, sometimes, like, there's too many games that come out in the holidays. Like, I'm kind of glad they moved that one because, like, if you look at a game like Dying Light, like, no one was, like, looking for Dying Light. Like, no one was, like, really hyped about it from what I know. And then it came out in a month where, like, there was, like, no games coming out. And that game was, like, super successful. And I think if they start releasing more games like that instead of trying to shove, like, 50 million games into the holidays, certain games, like, will be a lot more successful. But,
December is usually pretty dry. I mean, December is not usually an ultra busy month as far as like game releases. Usually,
there's like Dead Rising.
November.
Yeah, that's it. Dead Rising. That as far as I know. So December
for me, there's like.
Go ahead.
I've already got Recore and BioShock. Those, and then Gears 4 is coming out. Forza. I'm really looking forward to Skyrim Special Edition because, like, you guys are probably like that's crazy, but I've never got to play Skyrim because I have it for okay, here I have it for 360, but I said it will come to backwards compatibility, and so I waited and waited for it to come to backwards compatibility because I had a really hard time going back to my 360 to play anything. I just was so used to Xbox One. I only wanted to play backwards compatible stuff. So I really would like to play that. Dishonored and stuff looks really good to me too. But there's a lot of stuff coming out. I'm excited for.
Yeah, definitely. I almost forgot about Dishonored too, and that's a Oh, that may have to sneak that in there too. Anyway, live. What about you, man? Holiday 2016 expectations, man. What's on your field of vision as far as what you're buying, what you think's going down this holiday?
I want to buy a TV, but we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see. I'm fighting with the missus about it. She's like, "You don't need a new TV." I'm like, "But it doesn't have HDR. What are you talking about? The hell is an HDR?" I'm like, "Just won't understand. You gotta see it, woman. Just trust me."
Why do guys always got to fight with the missus about stuff? I don't get that.
Listen,
it's better to ask for forgiveness than for permission.
Listen.
Just do it.
We don't argue. We just, I try to have an open debate and not have it.
Well, we got the governor. The governor, he's a part-time Dr. Phil too. You didn't know.
Yeah, but he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to twist She-Wolf's arm in order to get certain.
Oh, heck no, she's a gamer, bro. We just
that's what I'm saying. Like,
that's why I don't understand.
My wife. What did we have? I remember it was a war getting the TV in the damn bedroom. She was like, "Oh, we don't need a TV in the bedroom." I said, "What? We don't need a TV in the bedroom? Are you crazy?" She's like, "It's not a necessity. Why would we need it in the bedroom?"
Yeah,
once we put it in there, she was like, "Ooh, this is nice." So I don't have to walk to the damn living room in order to figure out what the weather is. Like, what the heck? She's like, "Well, I never thought of it." I'm like, "Look, you stay on your side with all, telling me what to do for stuff for the house, and I'll stay on my side, which is the electronic shit and the entertainment systems and all that stuff." That's me. I know that stuff. I know it very well.
That's funny.
But for the holidays, I want to get a new TV, so we'll see what those prices look like.
Okay.
I'm not trying to spend a shit ton of money though, but what I'm thinking I'm going to see is probably Xbox One S and the PlayStation Pro probably bundled with a television of some sort. I don't know what type of TV that's going to be. I'm assuming it's going to be something a little bit cheaper, probably like a $500 to $600 bundle that make it like, I don't know, $800-900. Mm-hmm. If they were smart, they would do it in multiple tiers. So, because not everybody necessarily wants the same size TV. So it'd be like, oh, get an Xbox One S with this 55-inch or this 65-inch or this 70-inch, that would make sense. Same thing with the PS Pro. So, I would assume you would see that. I don't think we're going to see price cuts. So I don't think you're going to see the S go down to like $250 and the Pro go down to like $350. I don't see that happening. What they would do is bundle some games in with it. The S already has games with all their versions aside from some of the 2 terabyte ones. And the Pro, we don't know. More than likely they will have some bundles. I wouldn't put. At this point, I don't see them making consoles without bundles. At this point, I just don't see it.
Makes sense. I mean, we got all these iterations out right now, and a lot of options for gamers at this point.
Be like, give me that one with no games.
They can get super creative with the bundles if they really want to, which is always nice for us consumers. So it gives everybody an option, kind of what they want. So, all right, let's go ahead and move on to the next topic here. No, I'm going to save you for last on this one, Mark. I know you got a lot to say about it. So I'm going to save you for last. We're going to go ahead and start with our Recore impressions. I just got the game today, everybody. Once again, shout out Black Tiger and HP. I won a giveaway on Twitter, which is awesome. I was going to get the game any damn way because I love to support the exclusives. But it was just kind of nice that I won it also, too. But I played maybe 15 to 20 minutes of the game. Thought it was great. Immediately reminded me of, like that Castlevania Mega Man type, game, just on kind of a bigger scope. The platforming, the way the core bot works, and all the little RPG elements that they have are neat. So let's go ahead and start with you, GKB, on your Recore impression, man. I think you probably already made a video about this on your channel, but let's go ahead and get your impression on Recore, man. How you feeling about the game?
It's cool. The review's coming, but let's go ahead and talk about it because I love Recore. I think it's a fantastic game. Is it a perfect game? No. It does have some issues for sure. People complaining about the load times. I don't really think they're that bad, but overall, I love the graphics, man. I love that you're in this like desert, steampunk kind of like environment and world. I like how they started off the story as well. It's kind of they don't throw too much at you. Usually in games, like they have this like, cutscene and just explaining what everything's going on. They don't really do that here. You're kind of like, you wake up and you're like, what's going on? There's, all this kind of stuff going on. What do I do? And then you get progress through the story. It's got this cool like open world, but still linear type of feel to it, which is really nice. The core bots are fantastic. I love all the bots. I'm Team Duncan for sure. That dude is a beast. Customization's fantastic. Like you can change like everything about all the bots and stuff like that. I was kind of bummed about Jewel. She can't really do too much on her except for the weapon, which kind of is a bummer. But I could see it was like a style choice. But yeah, overall, man, I'm having a fantastic time. Like, I think they hit it out of the park. Like I said, there is some issues with the game. It's not perfect. If you had to put like an arbitrary score on it, I'd probably say it's between a 7.5 and an 8.5 game for sure.
Awesome. That's kind of where I was. That's kind of where it fell. Like I said before, just based off of what I've played so far, I know it's not much, but I've seen some gameplay on the internet also too. So, but yeah, I mean the game is fun. I know for me and GKB for a long time, we've always said Recore was something that we were looking forward to. Anytime
Absolutely.
we got a chance to talk about it on the podcast, on Console Corner, on the Shop podcast here, that this was always right at the top of the list for us. So it's kind of nice to see the game come out and get the response that it got. I mean, like you said before, it's definitely not a perfect game. I've heard some things, some technical issues here and there, some things not unlocking, load times, things like that. But definitely, at the core of the game, it's a great game thus far.
At the core,
at the core of the game, it's fun. It's fun. Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, that was not even no pun intended on that. Think about what I just said. Anyway,
to piggyback on that too, Blam. Yeah, like you said, like me and you were like our most anticipated game for sure. And I'd like to tell everybody out there, it met my expectations as well, which was fantastic. We didn't know a lot about this game. We kind of saw stuff like right before it came out, but then playing through the game, man, I was like blown away. It's like one of those games that I can't put down, although I have to put it down because I got some other stuff I got to take care of for some reviews and stuff. But I try and get as much gaming in on it as I can.
Definitely. So, Mamacita, what's your experience been on Recore? What's your impressions? How you feeling it?
Oh man, let me say first, those dungeons, especially as you continue to progress in the game. Oh my gosh, it just, let me say this. I've been looking forward to Recore. That's been like the #1 game on my radar the past few months. And I absolutely love playing this game. Yes, it does have some technical issues. I mean, the last 3 or 4 games that I've played, including Mad Max, Uncharted 4, have had some loading time issues. I think if they can polish that, and I think one of the biggest issues that some folk may be having with the loading times is that when you die and you want to go back, you want to get right back into the battle, sometimes those loading times can just kind of like, okay, because I want to hurry up and I want to beat him and I want to get his butt, so could you please just kind of hurry up? So it can seem like it's actually longer than what it actually is. I've timed them, and I've had loading times anywhere between 30 seconds and 55 seconds. And some would say that's too long. Some would say that's okay. But that's been my experience. And I've also played it on PC version as well. And, of course, PC version, of course, I will say that the loading times are a little bit faster. Gameplay seems a little faster because that's PC, and that's just how it is. But I'm enjoying the RPG-like elements. I'm enjoying having to go back into previous areas and, collect pristine cores so that I can unlock dungeons or unlock the next mission. Duncan is my favorite core bot, of course. I do wish I could have had the ability to upgrade Jewel, But I mean, I guess that's the way they decided to do. I mean, her weapons just automatically upgrade as you continue to play and you gather XP. And there was a point I was like, wow, why couldn't, I wish they gave us the ability also to be able to swap between our core bots, play as Jewel or play as Duncan or Seth or Matt. That would have been awesome as well. But the game at its core, no pun intended, is absolutely awesome. I'm not a big platformer. I'm not. My experience in platformers have been, pretty minimal. But this game has just taught me so much, so fast. It forces you, quick decision, the puzzles. It forces you to make a decision really fast. So I'm enjoying it. And the only reason I'm not playing it right now is because I've got 3 more pristine cores that I've got to go collect. And so I was like, you know what? Let me take a break for a minute. Let me regroup. Because I just got my butt handed to me by about 12 enemies all at once with 3 different colors.
That's how they do it. That's how they do it.
3 different colors. And it just swarmed them. I was like, oh my gosh, got my butt kicked. So
see me in Xbox party, man. I was cussing up a storm.
Yes, so and those times.
Yeah, I definitely haven't made it that far yet. So I'm hoping to get to that point. Okay, go ahead, Mamacita. I know you had a trailing thought there. I don't want to cut you off.
I'm just saying. So it's an awesome game, and for those that are into that retro platforming style, like you said, the Mega Mans or the Castlevanias, if that was your thing, then I think you'll see the jewel in Recore.
That's a good point. Like,
nice.
Mamacita was making as well, like just the frantic gameplay, and as you progress through the game, it does get crazy with the bosses and to just throw you all kinds of colored bots at you and stuff like that. So you really have to like do a lot of resource management on your own with the bots and everything. So that's a really good point for sure.
Cool. Good point. Nice little dynamic there. So Live, how you been feeling about Recore, man? What do you think?
Recore, that shit is dope. All right. So it's easy and it's hard. Like when you start off, everything it has good pacing. It's like everything is very kind of like tutorial. Like for the first, was it 2 hours, maybe 3? Everything seems very simplistic, nothing too crazy. Mm-hmm. You might see a few higher level enemies, but after a while, once you realize, they have no number, and that's a skull, that means I need to get the fuck out. Like I gotta go. I can't stay here, otherwise he's gonna kill my ass, and then it's gonna be over. So once you get that part down, then you're like, okay, shit, I get it. I'm understanding how this game's gonna go. But then you start doing the dungeon, missions. First, there's this one mission where have y'all been to the Oblivion, the pit of Oblivion?
That one you have to have like these 5
those little red motherfucking bots, yo. It took me never to find it. Oh my god, I was searching high low, man. I was like, yo, where are these? I had to go to Maka's guides. I was like, Maka, you are a saint. He was like, God should bless you 100 times. 100 times. Because oh man, I was looking for those bots for like at least an hour and a half. I was like, where the fuck? I had Mac with me. I was out there looking like a detective. I had gameplay with just had the dog running around sniffing up. I'm like, if you pull up one more motherfucking doggone box of parts that I don't need, I need a goddamn bot. Give me the bot, man. Because I seen him pull one up before. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on, man? I know you can find this shit. You a goddamn bloodhound. I'm so mad, man. But I finally got it. So you get in the dungeon, and then it's the hardest. I'm like, what the fuck, man? I should have stayed outside. Yep. With the platform, it's crazy. But I love it for its challenges, though. Like I'm on the tower right now, finishing up, and going through the floors. You're like, oh man, the first floor is crazy. Well, number one, you don't really know how many floors there are unless you really pay attention to the entrance, and then you kind of have an epiphany like, oh, that's what the fuck those are. Okay, I get it now. That's what that's for. But yeah, when you go in there, that platforming section, I'm like, yo, dude, who made this shit? Like why? The shit's over there, and then it comes in here, but then it disappears. So now I gotta time the shit over there. Lasers! You got fucking lasers. Like, yo, this is some bullshit. Yo, every time, yo, when you play Recore, all I do is record because I can't even believe half the time that I survived the shit. I'm like, yo, hey, Cortana, record that, please. Thank you. See, I survived that shit. You saw that? I made it. I was there. I was there for 10 minutes, but I made it though. Yeah, it's amazing, man. Like the thing is, the issues that you do find, they're so. I mean, I've encountered glitches. You know, I had one issue where I was in a dungeon, and you know how it's like timed, and you got to get, you know, it's a timer. Then you got to get the yellow core, and then you have to
switches, the switches,
and then you have the switches. So I'm like, all right, so I'm beating this guy up, and then I'm like, fuck, the thing's not reading, but I already beat this shit. So I'm like, I'm just like finishing it, right? And I don't get the yellow core. So it goes to the end, and it's like, oh, your time was great because the time stopped showing. So I didn't know what time it was. And I'm like, wait, hold up. You mean I beat it? I beat the goddamn time, but I don't have the yellow core, and I can't go back outside. What are you?
Oh, yeah, I'd have been.
You should have heard Xbox was like, God damn, this motherfucker tripping. No, you don't understand. Yeah. I was in there for 30 minutes, bro. 30 minutes.
So it sounds like you got a love-hate relationship.
Yeah, it's like, you know what? I guess it's kind of how people feel about Bloodborne in a ways, you know?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. I saved the best for last, man. I know you got a lot to talk about, Mark.
Yeah.
So what are your opinions on Recore, man?
Okay. Well, I've got a lot of impressions. So I was going to say, first of all, like, I was really hyped for Recore 2, and when I saw the review scores, I was a bit disappointed. I was a little bit, sad. I was like, oh no, I hope it's good. But when I actually put it in and played it, I really enjoyed it. But I give it a solid 7.5 to 8. But there's a lot of issues, I think, that I don't know if you guys have heard of them, or there's some issues I've had that I've really not liked. Well, first of all, there's content missing. The tank is not in the game. There's supposed to be 5 core bots. The tank is the 5th core bot, and it is not in the game.
Oh shit!
I have found blueprints in it. I have glitched into dungeons that you're not supposed to go to. That you have to have the tank to finish. And Joseph Staten from Microsoft had confirmed that it is not in the game, which I don't find acceptable. I don't know what the reason was, but there is a core bot missing because I've got blueprints for it. If you look in your little crawler, there is tank parts.
Mm-hmm.
And you also can notice, if you do the Crucible Arena dungeons, there are actually tanks that shoot at you. And in the Shifting Sands, there's a thing of quicksand, and you can't get through it without the tank. You're supposed to get through that with the tank, that quicksand.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
Yeah, another thing I've had a lot of issues with, technical stuff, I don't care much with the load times, but I've had some things I was in the repository blitz dungeon, and I would get hit by the electrical ball, and it would kill me, and I would spawn in and instantly get hit by the electrical ball over and over and over.
Yeah.
Just over and over, and you just have to eventually maybe get a dash in that'll move your checkpoint or something. But now, my favorite things about the game have got to be the customization. I've got some stuff for Seth, the head with the propeller hat and the sunglasses. That stuff makes me I don't know, it makes me laugh all the time. But and my favorite bot's got to be Duncan because he just kills everything pretty much.
Yeah.
He's just crazy, And I really enjoy the armor sets and stuff like that. I do wish too, like you guys had mentioned, that Jewel, I could kind of customize her a little bit because she's kind of plain compared to how my core bots look. She's a basic bitch, compared to my core bots. So,
Good Lord.
She basic. Sorry, but her colors and stuff. I got Duncan over here who's got these huge mega fists in different colors, and Jewel's just got brown. And I really wish I could change how she looks. But overall, I think she's a really good character. But probably my biggest gripe about the game would have to be okay, now some of you guys might enjoy this, but like I'm at the end mission, okay, and I've got 25 of those prismatic cores, and to finish the game, you have to have 45. And I'm not too happy that I have to. I enjoy the dungeons, but I don't really want to go back and backtrack a bunch of dungeons just so I can finish the game. I've got like 20. I need to get like 20 more, and the prismatic cores aren't the easiest to find always. And some of the, I like the dungeons, but I don't always want to go through.
Damn it, I have 40. I don't have 45. Shit.
Yeah, you have 45 is the total, because there's you have to have 20 for the first floor, and then it goes up in 5 increment, increment of 5 every time for each floor.
Yeah.
And I guess personally, some people love going through and getting all those cores, and the cores are fun to find, and the dungeons have been fun. But I feel like I'm being stopped. Like, I don't like being stopped, and I just have to completely put down the story to go do the dungeons. Like, I don't know. I've heard some people tell me they like going and getting the cores, I don't know
It's
if
kind
you
of what I
guys
do.
do.
Like, I started and I got like halfway through the game, but now I'm going back through each area now. I'm pretty much like 100%ing each area because I enjoy like doing all the collectibles and finding the audio logs and all that kind of stuff because it adds to the story too. Which is kind of like, I guess my biggest complaint is I think there's too many breaks in between the story. So I try and find those audio logs to fill in a lot of the backstory and keep the story fresh in my mind. So that's kind of where I'm at.
Okay. I've really been enjoying the story. I think the story is really good, actually. I wish they would spend a little more time on the story instead of so many dungeons, even though the dungeons are cool and stuff like that. I feel like they did the thing with the prismatic cores because it makes the game longer. Anyone who said they beat this game in 8 hours is lying. Like, there is no way you're getting 45 prismatic cores in 8 hours, like, at all. I'm like, and I'm not like Mama Sita said, like, I don't play a lot of platforming games, but this game, like, I really like the platforming in this game. But I was doing like repository blitz, and when there's electrical balls and laser grids and fire beams coming at you 24/7, you don't beat that stuff without dying. Like,
yeah.
Oh yeah, that shit with a timer. Oh man, I completely gave up. And when it comes to platforming sections, and they're like, you got to beat the time. I said, fuck it. I am not even.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, some of the times
I'll do the combat.
Yeah, some of the times
that's
are
not
short, in my opinion. Like, they're too short.
Yeah. You guys are definitely giving me a lot to look forward to. Jesus Christ, man! I just got that bad boy. So hopefully I can dive right into it, man. That is for sure.
One thing you will,
but I'm looking forward to it.
Sorry.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. I don't think a lot of people understand about this game. There are RPG elements to this game. It's going to require some looting and grinding. You're going to have to grind. Yeah. So, I mean, perhaps, some may not have understood that this is how this game is set up, but be prepared. I mean, you guys remember when Destiny came out, do you know how many times I went to Mars or, had to grind.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not that bad. It's not that bad, but, of course they've tweaked that game somewhat. But yeah, there's some grinding. You've got to go in and you've got to fight. You've got to, and then what I do like about it as well, there's not a lot of hand holding. It doesn't necessarily tell you exactly what to do. You've got to figure it out. You're going to go to places, okay, what do I do? You've got to look at your environment. You've got to figure out what this is requiring you to do. And it's just not going to hold your hand, in a lot of it either. So,
and that's refreshing for a lot of us older. I know a lot of us here on the panel are around the same age. Well, excluding you, Mark, but yeah, but a lot of us, we kind of, Castlevania games, Mega Man, there wasn't a lot of, indicators and things like that during those games to show you, okay, where you're going to go or, how you're going to specifically beat this boss. So that's actually kind of refreshing with game like this. So
overall, I really enjoyed the game. It was a nice surprise. It's kind of introduced me kind of more into the platforming kind of stuff because I don't do a lot of platforming, and I think they did it good enough to where I enjoy it. I think it's at least an 8 out of 10, somewhere around there. There is some bugs and technical issues that bother me, but they can patch those, and I'll get the prismatic cores. it's just like sometimes I just like I'm tired of getting these cores. Like,
Yeah, I feel you. Okay.
Well, it depends on how you get
and the
them.
issue too is
You gotta hunt them bots.
so,
You gotta hunt the bots, man. That's what I do. I hunt them bots.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think a big issue, like with what I was saying, like with the cores, is for some reason, like I don't know if this is like because people don't like IGN don't like it, but I've been looking for like guides. Like maybe I want to find a few prismatic core spots, just easy, like maybe find them. Which most of them you can just find because they're marked on the map. But I was looking, and there's like no guides for this game. Like no one's making guides for it. Pretty much. I mean, there's some.
Didn't you
I've
say
seen-
Maka have made one? Maka?
Yeah, I think.
he made
Maka's
one.
guys.
Yeah.
But normally, IGN's got like a catalog for every single collectible in the entire game. Every single everything.
Mhm.
But
Well, they're not necessarily gamers like that,
yeah, I was gonna warn
And it ain't
people. I've
Bloodborne, so
I've heard that the 1000G at the moment is not possible due to like certain bugs, which I think I've had some like I've found many audio logs. Like I found like 5 out of 10 of the Thomas Adam audio logs, and my progress tracker is at like 10%. Like it's not really moving whenever I find stuff.
Yeah, they're definitely. It sounds like this game's going to need to be patched at some point, for a few of those smaller issues. So
Yeah,
hopefully they're taking that feedback, and
No,
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty
it's a
sure
great
they'll release it
surprise.
back.
I really think that this could be a franchise. I really think if they took Recore, gave it a bigger budget, and really like made a huge world out of it, I think we could have our next like Tomb Raider kind of type thing, like action
Awesome.
adventure franchise.
And I think the game's perfect. I think the characters are perfect. You got it kind of what the setting reminds me of like a Wall-E. You know what I'm saying? Like a Wall-E type.
Yeah.
Some of the core bots and things like that. They are able to show that emotion without talking, without actually using words. And then you have Jewel, who's a great female protagonist. So that's always
Mhm.
nice. She's very relatable too. She's not an old lady or anything like that, but she's a younger
Yeah.
kind of a kid, mid-teens, whatever the case may be, and super relatable. They got a great set of characters going. So hopefully, if you have not, and you own an Xbox One, please go out and support Recore. The game's $40. It's priced appropriately. So just go out and support the game, everybody. We definitely want to see a sequel or Microsoft, get with them and turn this into something bigger. So that was a good topic, everybody. Go ahead.
I wanted to add to what you said. You were talking about how the world looks or whatever. I wondered. I don't know if it's because they used Unity, but I was a little confused to like why they separated like granite pikes and like spikes or whatever and like shifting sands, because they all look the exact same. Like they have the same like looking rocks, like all the areas to me I guess look the exact same besides the buildings. Obviously, so I wondered like maybe why they just didn't make one big world. I'm wondering if Unity maybe couldn't handle that. Like I'm not sure. I don't know if Unity could handle that.
I don't know. It's a good technical question. Who knows? All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the last question that I have actually written down here. Then we're gonna go right into some questions from the chat. So chat, don't forget if you guys have any questions for the panel, go ahead and put them in the chat right now. We'll go over a couple of those at the end of the podcast and make sure we get those in. So last question I had was the year's wrapping up. 2016 is going really fast. We're almost in October already. Got a few more months left till 2017. So we're kind of gonna start to shift our focus towards 2017, and I kind of wanted to get you guys maybe not any early predictions or anything, but just kind of what is the 2017 gaming landscape looking like for you guys? I mean, what are you guys most excited about for 2017? So let's get your opinion on that one, Governor DKB, man. What you looking forward to next year?
Man, I'm looking forward to Sea of Thieves and Scalebound for sure. As far as game wise, other things I'm looking forward to in 2017 is She-Wolf and I are already planning to hit E3, PAX, and in a couple other places to meet the community.
Same here.
Yeah, get involved. Shake some hands and all that kind of cool stuff. hear some gaming stories and all that kind of stuff, man. That's what I'm really excited for. Like everybody knows, like all of us are all about the community, man. We love the community. So any way we can support and help out there, that's what we're all about, man, for sure.
Awesome. Okay, Mamacita, what about you? What is your what you looking forward to the most in 2017?
Before I say that, let me just say that when I mentioned Destiny earlier, I meant the moon. Okay, I see like somebody in the comments was like, "Was the Mars available when Destiny first went out?" Okay, I meant the moon, not Mars. All right, I meant the moon. Now, when I visited the moon, they both saw with M's. Okay, but 2017, I think for me, I'm seriously looking forward to Scalebound. Of course, that's just right up my alley. Crackdown 3, maybe. I think that's on the radar. Hopefully, that'll be a 2017 release. At least I'm hoping so. Horizon Zero Dawn, of course, it's on my radar as well. So I think that's the top 3 for me as far as 2017. And then, of course, I mean, as everyone else is, Scorpio is sort of like the big. That's the top dog of 2017, what this console is actually going to bring to gaming and how the landscaping is going to change, I suppose. So I'm really curious as to what our conversation is going to be like a year from now.
Definitely. Mm-hmm. All right, cool. Good point. Yeah, Scorpio's that elephant in the room. For 2017, Scorpio and what Sony's going to do. Even the NX is also too. Looking forward to seeing what comes from coming out of Nintendo's camp. So, what about you, Mark? What you looking forward to in 2017?
Well, I'm also, it's like Mamacita said, I'm really excited for the Scorpio because I'm just done with this whole 1080p 30 crap. Just give me, I'm just ready to have the most powerful console. Don't have to fight about it with anyone, and we can just, no one has to talk about it 24/7 about the resolution and crap. But game-wise, I'm really excited for a few indie games. Like, even though like Cuphead was once again supposed to come out this year, I don't think it's gonna happen. I think Cuphead will be early 2017. And I don't know about Below, that game Below that was supposed to come out this summer.
Yeah, that's delayed indefinitely.
Yep, indefinitely.
So
wait, indefinitely, does that mean that it's canceled? Wait, what do they mean?
That means that they don't have plans to do anything right now. It indefinitely can mean anything. It could be some people would take it for canceled. Some people would say, well, we're just going to halt and maybe change direction on the game for now. So
Scalebound to me also looks great. I was looking at a list of games coming out in 2017. You guys mentioned most of the ones I'm excited for. Scalebound, Sea of Thieves, all those kind of ones, Scorpio. But I think 2017 will be a good year. But I'm waiting for South Park.
Oh yeah, also South Park definitely.
Yeah, South Park.
All right, cool. All right, cool. So what about you, Live 2017, man? What you got on the radar?
Oh shit! I got 45 cores. I'm about to finish this bitch.
Oh.
All right. Oh, my bad.
I wish I could say the same.
You don't understand, man. I've been playing this game for 2 days.
Yeah, make me a prismatic core guide.
All the That's pretty good.
What am I?
45 cores.
Yeah, I'm grinding.
Yeah.
Let me see. Scalebound, I'm looking forward to. Yeah, all Xbox exclusives, to be honest. Shit, I'm looking forward to Everspace whenever they announced that for a preview program. Yeah, I thought it was supposed to be in September. What the hell's going on, Phil?
I wouldn't say Phil. I don't know what's going on with that game.
No, he eavesdrops. Did
you guys play the beta for Halo Wars 2? That's coming out next year. Did you play it?
That comes out in February, but I don't like those type of games.
I tried it out. It was alright. I won my matches, but then I didn't have that much fun with it. But maybe it's just not something I play a lot. Not that it's not a good game.
You got to play those type of games, man.
Yeah, you got to really, really get into
it. I think, they've got a little cult following, I think. And I'm really going to enjoy it.
It was the Scorpio. You know what I'm looking forward to? E3. That's what I'm looking forward to, because that's just amazing. I've been texting Phil. I said, Phil, listen, shit is gonna get real this year. I don't know what happened last year with the debacle with not having enough fan fest, whatever. But you got to be ready for this year. It's going to be nuts.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to be
I hope they
people in there
change
that's
their
not
format
even
up.
that. If you looked at their profile on Twitter a couple of years ago, they was the biggest ponies ever. But now all of a sudden they on Team Xbox. So I'm just saying they're going to be people there. There's going to be a lot of people.
I hope
Fan
I hope
fest, I
E3
think the
changes
issue was
that format, man.
yeah, with
To
the
make
fan
just,
fest.
just make it public, man, rather than keeping it.
Yeah, and I think they're gonna announce a couple of new games, especially for that they probably held from this year because they're like, we'll just hold it because you need something new to announce with the Scorpio. You just have to have something new.
Mhm.
You can't just you can't be. I mean, just learning from what happened to PlayStation when everybody booed them for showing the Pro without any new games. Can't do it. Can't do it. It's a big no-no. Gamers don't like that. Don't show us no new hardware without new software. You just don't do it.
Yeah.
So
I was gonna. Oh, sorry to interrupt, but you were talking about Fan Fest.
yeah.
I was gonna mention that I think what happened last year. I had saw some tweets. It was like what they did was like the first 500 people, or was it 250, 500? They got in, but what they said was if more than that many people were there, it'd be like a random drawing, which I think is kind of dumb. Like it should just be the first people who were there, even if there was more like behind
that's
them.
what I'm saying. They got to be ready for it because they know it's going to be crazy. Everybody and their mama going to be trying to get up there. They're going to be some old ass people up in there. They're going to be like well in their 70s. Like, do you play games? Nah, I can't even say, but I'm in line for my grandson, my granddaughter, whoever, So hey,
Yeah, for sure.
ready
So
for it,
I know they had that issue, but like GKB said, for me personally, 2017 is looking beautiful. I'm trying to hit E3, trying to go to PAX, trying to do all that different stuff. So like you guys said, the games the most. I mean, I'm really looking forward to what we don't know about yet. That's always fun to speculate and do those types of things. But with the new hardware coming out, I really feel like they almost have to have something that we don't know about. Well, obviously it's the hardware at this point, but as far as software and games, I feel like a Scorpio. I feel like it's gonna come with something. I don't think they're just gonna announce a console and then that be that. I think we're gonna see maybe a trailer or a game or two. For the Scorpio to kind of showcase the console. I don't know if it'll be exclusive. Maybe it will be. Maybe it'll be something that we know about. Maybe not. But I'm really looking forward to E3 next year. Looking forward to the Scorpio, obviously. The NX also, too. I don't want to understate that. Even though not knowing what the hell the NX is, when I'm not exactly sure what the hell it does. But
I mean, what do you think? Well, if Xbox is going to do that, what's PlayStation going to show? I mean, they got to show a game that we have never seen before. I don't think they can bring back
on what do you mean?
On PS4. I don't think because we already they're not going to. What game can they show? They're not going to put out like Infamous or anything like that or Killzone. That wouldn't make any sense. It has to be a game that we.
Maybe God of War.
I mean, maybe The Last of Us. Maybe The Last of Us. Maybe that'll be their big game.
Last of Us, yeah. Last of Us 2.
I don't know, man.
That's kind of.
But you know what? They showed that they have been shoving that game down our throats for so long. I don't even know if people are really hyped for it anymore. To be honest.
I think I've got a game, Detroit. Isn't that one of the games?
Yeah, but that's like a Telltale game. That's not.
They might as well make. Yeah, they might as well. That's like Heavy Rain.
They need to make that $30 and call it a day, or $30-$40. They need to stop with the $60 and be like, well, it's still a game. Like, no, Sony, no. I take you I do the dog. No, I said no.
Have you all heard the comments? Or I mean, I don't know if they've been verified, but I've been seeing a buzz on Twitter. Microsoft supposedly saying that they're making sure that every game for the Scorpio 4K. Is going to run native 4K. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I heard Shannon.
Well, they're doing they're demanding that they give them PC ports. That's what they like. They're getting their games directly from PC, not from some PlayStation port or whatever.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool. I mean, we'll see. That all remains to be seen, and that's what 2017 is going to answer more questions. So I'm hyped for that. All right, so let's grab a couple questions out the chat before we end the show.
There's a good question in the chat. There is? Go ahead. What 4 or 5 games do you think will be nominated for Game of the Year? I started working on my list. or whatever.
Oh, so you got it in early, huh? Okay. So I guess we should start with you, Mr. List. You got the list already cracking off. So what do you got? What do you got so far as what you think
Well,
game of the year?
the question was, what do you think will be nominated? Some of these some of these games I haven't. Oh, okay, I'll wait.
Shit happening.
Yeah, for shit.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, Mark.
Oh, I thought you told me to
Yeah,
wait.
go ahead.
I was just
No, you
saying. Well, he asked, "What do you think will be nominated?" So I picked on my list like games that, even though I haven't played them, I think they'll be nominated. So on my list, I put Deus Ex, Mankind Divided, Forza Horizon 3, Uncharted 4, and Doom. Now, my personal game of the year so far this year has to be Deus Ex, Mankind Divided, because I really enjoyed Deus Ex, Mankind Divided. I played through it many times and did like the whole pacifist, like going through the whole game without killing anybody. That game to me was a personal game of the year so far. Club Recore. Now, will it get game of the year? I don't think so, just because some people were disappointed in its story. I think game of the year will go to Uncharted 4, just because bias media. Like, to be completely honest with you, I think it'll go to Uncharted 4 by default. But you never know.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see. All right. So, GKB.
He's muted, and so is Live Wires.
Okay.
No,
Well.
I'm here. Sorry, guys.
Okay. Well, did you get to hear the question?
Yeah, I got you. Nominated games: Uncharted, Inside. I don't know about.
I
Deus
forgot
Ex or
that.
not.
Good pick.
I think Hyper Light Drifter 2, since that came out on the consoles, it's a really good game. Maybe Battlefield 1. Yeah, I don't know what else, man. Honestly, that's about it. I think Uncharted is probably the heavy favorite, to be honest with you.
All right, cool. What about you, Mamacita?
I don't know. But I'll say this. I think Uncharted 4 is going to win it. I just do, regardless. I just do. Who deserves to be nominated? I mean, I can't. Games that I haven't played, I can't really say. I know there's buzz with Forza Horizon 3, and I don't know how Rise of the Tomb Raider, because it's going to be released 2016 on the PS4. It's possible that it could be in the nomination. Maybe I don't know, but I just think Uncharted 4 is going to get it. That game got 10s before it was even. It was just it got 10s across the board. So I think that's where it's going to go.
Okay, cool. What about you, Live? What you thinking, man, for game of the year as far as nominations?
Game of the year. Who do I think? I'll probably say Mafia 3. Probably will get it.
Oh, that's
That's what I think.
To be honest, as good as people liked Uncharted, it wasn't perfect.
It wasn't.
I mean, a lot of people gave it, I don't know, man. It's Uncharted. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, it looks, you know what it is? Uncharted gets people because of the way it looks. It's like when you talk with your boys and you see a girl that walks in the room and you be like, damn, oh shit, son, oh wow. You know what I mean? Like she's all that in a bag of chips until you actually speak to her, and then you be like, seems kind of cool. I still want to hit, but there's I don't know. There's a little something wrong with her personality. She's a little, and then you're around her a little bit more, and you be like, damn, this bitch is a little fucking stuck up. She really thinks she all that and shit.
There go all
after
my
a while,
women.
you just be like, yo, this bitch act like her breath don't stink like right now. Like the shit stink right. Like I wish she would back up right now. I don't want to say that because I still want to get some booty.
I'm not
her breath do kind of stink right now. Like that's to me, that's Uncharted. Uncharted is that cute chick that nobody wants to tell her breath stink. That's the way cats treat, do the reviews. They just be like, man, 10 out of 10. You see her booty? You see her body? She got a nice face? Man, she all that. But then you look at it, be like, man, she can't dance worth a shit. Like, she dressed like a hoe all the goddamn time. God damn, I can't bring this chick nowhere. I mean, other than it's just that to me that's Uncharted, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Other than nightclub, I don't know, man. I mean, to me, it should go to Mafia 3. It'll probably go to Mafia 3 if it holds up. From what I'm hearing, I'm hearing a lot of good things about it. I mean, probably Forza should probably get it, but it's a racer.
It's a racer. Yeah, racers.
Racers and sports games don't win. They just don't.
It was like third-person games. I feel like it was like
they just don't. I don't know. They just don't win.
Yeah. Okay. Good question. We're gonna take like one or two more, and we're gonna wrap it up. So I got a question here from. Let me see. I got a couple good questions down here in the chat. So hold on. Okay. Good question, Master Yoda 62. Shout out to you, man. He said, "Do you think they will delay Crackdown 3 until Scorpio launch?"
Yes.
Yep.
To you on this one, GKB.
Yep. Yeah. I think a lot of the games have been pushed back for Scorpio release for sure. I think it's definitely waiting for that power, so they can get everything running right for sure.
You know why?
Yeah,
tell them why, JKB. Tell them why, G. Tell them why.
I don't really know why, man, honestly, but
you know why? Because of that. Because they're gonna have all that power. Because they were saying like the whole thing with the Xbox on top of Xbox and all that shit. Well, you can't do that in single player. You're gonna need a Scorpio for all that shit.
Yeah. That makes sense. So, Crackdown has been really, really, really quiet. It hasn't been shown at all. We know it's being worked on. We know nothing's happened to it. So that's one of the games we're also looking forward to. So that's a really, really good question. It may get pushed back to for the Scorpio. So I wouldn't be opposed to that happening. Obviously I want to play the game. So I wouldn't be 100% opposed to that happening.
Yeah, I do want to play at least a beta though. Let me play that beta. Come on,
demo.
Yeah, that demo beta something. Hopefully that's coming. So I think we're gonna take one more question and then we're gonna wrap it up. Let's see what else. Got in here. Got a guy in here, the bird, the word. Shout out to you, man. Got him in here. He got a good question. He said, "Do you think Recore will have any effect on Scalebound?" I'm not exactly sure what he meant by the question.
I'm
not sure. I don't think it will. They're two totally different games doing two totally different things. I think, one's one's $60, one's $40. Other than that, I don't really think there's anything. Go ahead, Mark.
I think he was trying to say maybe based on things that Recore, struggled with, maybe use those loading times and things. Maybe since they've seen that has had a negative impact on Recore, that they will really focus on that and Scalebound and make sure that those are all fixed up before they release.
I mean, sometimes it just comes down to money.
Yeah.
To be honest, Microsoft could have held the game, and if they wanted to, but maybe the cost of it wasn't worth them holding it any longer. And it's like, you know what, you could fix this stuff later. We're not going to give you any marketing, so that'll cut the cost down. We're doing very little or very minimal marketing for this. So yeah, I don't know what they paid for it, but I'm pretty sure they're going to get more than what they paid for it, just simply on the fact of them releasing the game now versus holding it. Because let's say they did go in and they super polished this game. To be honest, would they make more?
Yeah. He said in the chat now, he's like, as the way it's seen by people because it's like a JRPG, like kind of game.
Some of the elements. So
I wouldn't call it JRPG.
I wouldn't call it
JRPG, is it?
No, it has some.
It has some game, but it's not JRPG.
But it's not a traditional JRPG. No, it's not.
Now, if it was Final Fantasy,
yeah, it's nothing like that. Obviously, it's more of an action RPG, more action than RPG. I know there's a lot of customization things you can do with the dragon and the main character. There's some elements there, but I don't really think it's much like a JRPG.
Yeah, even Final Fantasy kind of totes that line of really being a JRPG.
Yeah. Well, the new ones.
Because the old ones, they had that very anime type of feel to it, and now they're kind of going a little bit more realistic. When I think of JRPG, I think of like big eyes, in schoolgirl outfits, you
Uh,
know, and laughing with the hands in front of the face and all that stuff. That's to me that's like hardcore JRPG.
Yeah, yeah. And this is more of a Western game
Mhm.
for the Western audience. So
I found a good like ending question if you guys want to do it. There was one that was like, "What's your favorite game this gen?" Do you guys want to do that one?
yeah, we can end on that. So we'll just pose. I'll go around the panel. Everybody give their one favorite
Yeah.
game this generation, and we'll go ahead and wrap it up from there. We'll start with you, Mark, since you saw that question.
For me, it definitely has to be Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Like, I 100%ed that game, like 300 hours on it, got all achievements. Yeah, it took me a long time. Beating it on Nightmare, I got every Gwent card. Like, it's crazy, but I love that game. The DLC was brilliant. I think CD Projekt Red is one of the most respectable like game developers. Like, if you bought the $60 standard edition, you got like a note in there signed by like the whole team thanking you for buying the game. They had 14, like 8. They had like 16 pieces of free DLC, one piece of DLC every week, and then for $25, they had 2 DLCs that were huge, $25, and they were like 40 hours worth more content, completely new worlds. The second piece of DLC was as big as Witcher 2. Like, its world was bigger than Witcher 2's. So they added so much content, and that was such a good game. I don't know how much you guys played of Witcher 3, but I mean, it was fantastic in my opinion, and deserved the Game of the Year awards it got. That's mine.
Okay. What about you, Governor? We're gonna end it on this one, man.
Yeah, The Witcher 3 is a really good game, but honestly, I just played a couple of other games that I'm looking forward to. That like Forza 3 demo, I thought is fantastic. Like the best racer I've ever seen so far.
Nice.
It was bonkers when I got in there, man. I was just like, I can't believe they're doing this. What kind of voodoo are they doing with this game right now? Like, so it just blew me away, man. So I'm pretty
That's your
excited
game.
with that.
The Forza Horizon 3 is your game of the gen.
Yeah, so far.
All right.
Oh, awesome. Okay, Mama Sita, what about you? Game of the gen thus far.
Man,
I know.
How do I choose between Sunset Overdrive, Rise of the Tomb Raider, and Dragon Age Inquisition? I just don't know how am I supposed to choose between those 3.
Well, with Sensitive, yeah.
If I gotta choose
one,
I guess I'll have to go with Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Oh, good pick.
Yeah,
okay. Good choice. Can't go wrong with it.
No, it satisfied everything. Every aspect of why I love gaming was in that game.
I like that.
Awesome.
Yes.
Good points. All right, live game of the generation thus far, man.
He's muted. What are you doing, Darnay?
All right, so I'll go ahead and do this. So for me, there's a couple. Doom would probably be one. For me, Doom, Sunset Overdrive, obviously, just because of the uniqueness of the game. It's probably those two. I haven't dove into Recore yet, so I can't say for as hyped as I am for it, but I don't have enough, play time in Recore to really give it that title yet. But those two, Doom and Sunset Overdrive, for me were just incredible. Sunset Overdrive just for its uniqueness.
Yes.
And it's still, if you go back and play it right now, it's still like it's a beautiful looking game. There's still nothing like on any other system at this point. There's no other game that's it just sticks out so much, and it's so fun. It doesn't take itself seriously. It's a very light-hearted game. Great characters. Great dialogue. Obviously, just funny, hilarious. Just cool game. So I'd give Sunset Overdrive the nod over Doom just slightly. Doom was just really fun too, also too. But is live back yet?
I think he is. He just unmuted. So,
all right, cool. Live. So
I didn't mute myself. I don't know. Something happened.
One game of the generation, man. What's your game of the generation so far?
Ooh, game of the generation. Oh, that's a good one. What am I playing? That's game of the generation. I might have to go with Halo, yo.
Good choice.
Because this is probably the best Halo I've ever. Well, this is definitely the best shooter. I don't playing anything else. I get frustrated. I mean, Battlefield is dope though. bit, but I still like Halo better, man. It has everything, man. It just has everything. If you want to play it like Halo, you can play it like Halo. If you want to play it like COD, you can play it like COD. If you go into your settings and whatnot, if you want to play it like whatever else, yeah, it's dope, man. Like they did
Like
everything
Titanfall.
right. As far as the shit, you can play it like Titanfall. They got the mechs dropping and everything. It's crazy. I was like, yo, shit was crazy. Yeah, man.
All right,
Yeah,
so Halo would be your pick.
Yeah, of this
All right.
generation, it left its mark.
Okay. All right. Cool. Everybody. So I think that's gonna wrap up the show. You know, we ran a little bit long. We started a little bit late, so that's why we're running over here. You know, we're usually done by now. But just want to appreciate everybody coming out, checking out the podcast. You know, we had quite a few people in here. I thank you guys so much for the support on Saturdays. I know every Saturday I can't always do this. You know, things do happen, but when I do them, you guys are really very, very supportive. So I want to say thank you for the Xbox community showing up here today and everybody watching. I'm gonna go around the panel, let everybody know. You know, we do this every time where you guys could find them. I know GKB. I'm gonna start with you because I know you got the community thing popping off, and I know you got to get to that. So go ahead and give you a shout out, man.
Yeah, what's up, everybody? GKB, the governor. You can find me on Twitter and YouTube at Gamers Knows Best. We got some cool things coming down the pipe. We got a lot of videos. We're working on them tomorrow. Should be posted next week. A lot of reviews. We got some cool other stuff. People have been asking, like, hey, can we download MP3s and stuff of the show and da-da-da? Yes, you can. I'm going to announce it first here on the Shop Podcast. So Blam gets the exclusive here.
Hey.
So we're uploading everything on SoundCloud. We have a website that it'll be on iTunes too soon. So stay tuned for that. Should be the next couple of days. We'll have all that done, and everybody can download, play it as much as you want to.
Awesome.
I know people with the data plans and all that kind of stuff, so we're trying to help them out. Do whatever we can.
Cool. Making moves to let everybody know about the community game night also tonight.
Yeah, sure. She was already working on that. People joining. We're playing Destiny tonight. We're doing the private matches. They just implemented that, so it's going to be a good time. Crucible's always fun. Getting those Titans to just destroy each other.
All right, cool. All right, appreciate having you on as always,
Hey,
Governor. Mamacita, let's go ahead and go to you. Let everybody know where they can find you.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, let's see. I'm Classy Gamer Gals, and we've got a monthly Into the Gals Room next session scheduled for Thursday, September 22nd at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And that's where we bring our girls together and we kind of discuss women and gaming. Also, I have an interview scheduled with Jasmine Lawrence. She's the Xbox Program Manager. African-American lady, and I'm just honored that I landed an interview with her, and I was planning to announce it on Monday, but it's scheduled for Thursday, September the 29th at 8 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Have that coming up as well. I'm looking forward to that. And you can also find me, I'll be podcasting with TIC XP podcast every other Wednesday with Fane, Nicodemus, and Crump Girl, and we'll be having some fun with the Xbox versus PlayStation stuff.
Nice. Awesome. Nice. All right, Mark, let everybody know where they can find you, man.
You can find me on Twitter at MarkB567, and I put my gamer tag in the the podcast chat because it's got some weird numbers in it and crap. But if you ever want to send me a message on Twitter and play with me, I'm always down to play, with anybody, And so just follow me on Twitter and shout, hit me up if you want to play or party up and just have a good time.
Awesome. Cool. All right, Live, let everybody know, man, where they can find you, G.
This is your boy Live Wire. You can catch me on random podcasts. Just look around. I might be there. Right now, I'm about to go hop back on Xbox and finish up this Recore because I got 45 cores, bitches. I got 45 cores. And it's been a long time coming. 51 hours. Hopefully, I'll be done soon, and then I'll be back on Halo, man. I miss Halo, but I had to finish this damn Recore. This shit is addictive, man. You know what it is? It's half of it was like, all right, I don't want to finish the game because I got to get all these damn. Because I didn't for the first 20 hours, I didn't really figure out how to craft that well, and so I was like, oh shit, I'm tired of looking for these damn parts. Where the fuck? How can I make?
Didn't realize you could combine all of them. You combine them.
Finally got them right, and I was like, all right, Now I know what I'm doing, man. So yeah, I'm about to just game, man. Holla at your
All right,
boy.
cool.
I'm always gonna be on Twitter.
Yeah, he
putting up
has a,
wild
he has a
shit.
channel too, Livewire. If you guys haven't gone to his channel, man, he has a lot of great content, funny shit.
Yeah.
He's always cracking jokes, so go check him out. So
I'm gonna put the Recore shit up there because it's my blood, sweat, and tears has been put into that game for sure.
For sure. All right,
So
so. And I am the host with the most, PTK Blam. You guys, it's the same across the board. Catch me here on YouTube. I do weekly videos. Got a couple videos that I'm going to be dropping probably tomorrow. Tomorrow and Monday, I'm going to put up a couple videos that I have kind of sitting, waiting to be released. So I'm going to do those. Then you can always catch me on Xbox at PTK Blam. Catch me on Twitter at PTK Blam. Don't forget, everybody here, they have, just subscribe. They have Twitter, accounts also too. So please subscribe. View their content. Follow them on Twitter also too. All great gamers and individuals. So we out of here, everybody, man. It's running a little late, so we got to get out of here. GKB got to go to his game night. So appreciate you guys rocking out with us, everybody. You guys take it easy. And as GKB would say,
Hey, your fellow gamers.
all right, everybody. We out of here, man. You guys take it easy. Have a good night. Thank you for coming out to the podcast.
all right, no
Bye-bye.
doubt.